And just like that, we're back. MTTE, More to the Ends podcast with myself, Big Cam. And I'm not by myself in the building. Who else we got in the building?
You put youngest first? Yeah.
Why not?
Obviously, George's youngest in charge, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, back. Ain't been here for a while. What's wrong with this guy, man? Nah, but I ain't been here for a while, man. So, man's back for episode and that, my brothers and that. So, it's a good look.
It's an introduction, isn't it? Ricks. I ain't really got an alias. They call me Dragon Man or something.
Dragon Man.
Red Stripe boy.
Yeah, man. This pod is gonna be a good pod. Obviously, you got my brothers in the building, like my actual brothers, like grew up on the same food and that,
Same
blood and that. You get me? So it hits a bit different. I mean, most of the people watching though would probably know you guys. Obviously, if they've seen the previous episodes with you on
Yeah, a few previous features and that.
If you ain't seen it, go check out me and Rick's first pod where he spoke about obviously certain things that he's gone through, like having a random bike crash and shit, and other things, life flashing before his eyes. And,
Madness,
and if you haven't seen it, go check out the other episodes with me and George. We're talking about mental health, talking about how you stay motivated, and also just talking about nostalgia.
Yeah, man.
Life. Back before the cost of living times when you could go to the shop with £1 and buy more than one thing.
Yeah.
When petrol was
In the
cheap.
days, I used to go shop, get cookies.
It was
Frosties.
actually you that actually put me onto the biscuit wave,
Yeah,
like of buying a pack
man.
for yourself.
Yeah, man. That was a thing back then. Even we used to go shop and get like a free chocolate bar.
Yeah.
Like Twix, Kit Kat, Snickers, 99p.
Bruv.
No,
Man,
No.
that's the small.
No, half of the bar.
That's the small bar that they've actually shortened now.
Yeah.
It's a smaller bar for £1.
It's madness, fam. But even petrol though, like I got my license in the worst time, bro. Like, I mean, Mrs. always tells me like she remembers when it was 1.1 and 1.12. Yeah, like now it's like 1.60, and to me that's good because that's the cheapest I've ever seen it. Like
When I
that's
passed my test, petrol was like, I think it was like 70 something p or something like that.
7
70
what, bro?
70. But I had a Clio.
Did you pass your test when there was like horses and that, man? What's it? I told you.
Man,
Yeah,
it's
man,
itch,
grass.
fam.
I had a Clio.
Yeah, shout out that black Clio still.
Decent.
Aye,
Decent still.
And I
10
used to
man in
put
that.
£20 in it. And used to get me from Northampton to London
What?
and straight back.
£20, bro.
You're taking a piss.
Bruv.
Man can't even go bricky. Man can't even go bricky for 20
Man's got a 1.8 now. Obviously, you know what car I got, but that's £20 not getting me nowhere. That's not make. I can't go no way with £20. There's no way. There's no way, bro.
I will say that I put 40 quid in, and obviously I got 1 litre.
But yours is more eco, innit? So
Yeah,
it's
I
a
was
bit
gonna say
similar.
Yeah, it's 1 litre still. Yeah. I know, but because it's eco, I'm not gonna lie. That 40 quid will usually last, man, a while.
You really, but you think you could go on the motorway with that though?
Yeah, I could get to Manny on that 40 quid.
£40.
What?
Yeah.
£40.
Bruv, there's no way.
Okay. Wait.
There's no way.
45.
45?
I will get to Manny. Yeah.
To Manny?
Yeah, I'll get to Manny.
But then again, full tank must be mad miles. Cause even for me, like
Yeah, 45 I'll get there.
I don't know if I'm getting. I'll probably get to Birmingham, bro. That's the
I
run.
had a big
Halfway.
queue and I took him. Remember when I took you to Coventry for that?
Oh, for the football thing, yeah.
Bruv, it cost me £100 just to get to Coventry.
But was that diesel though?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, but
though.
obviously it's a 3 litre, but
But diesel gives you more miles,
£100
isn't it? So
just to Coventry.
that is madness, bruv. Man said £20.
I'm broke, baby.
Northampton and that.
Yeah,
That is mad.
But saying that, I'm not on running that man's mileage right now. Still, man. Still just.
Bruv, we live in London anyway, so it's not even.
You don't really
Essential,
need a
man,
car
like-
like that though. Nah, because
Exactly.
obviously buses and
But in this climate, when it's -4s and -5s,
Yeah.
I know,
very grateful.
Yeah, turn the heating on and that. Yeah,
Bro, it
it's-
is cold. But speaking of being cold, today is going to be an episode based on Mandem, innit? It'll be interesting to hear from your perspective because obviously you're under 25, I'm under 30, and obviously you're over 30, debatably over 50, but
I look younger.
nah, I'm
but
joking. You look,
I'm
you
the
look
mindset
younger
of an
than me,
old man.
bro. You know sometimes people be thinking that you're my younger brother and that.
Really?
Yeah,
Maybe it's the looks. It's probably the looks.
what are you trying to say?
You got the beard, innit?
Yeah, I was
the
gonna
beard
say, I think that's
give
what it
you
is.
a bit of a
bit more
older look.
Yeah, older, more mature.
I can't even grow a beard.
That's a mature.
You're struggling with that still. I can't lie.
What, this?
Yeah.
Nah, I cut it.
Has Rick ever had a beard though?
I've never
known Rick had to have a
Let me
beard.
cut it. What, a beard?
Yeah,
I've never seen Rick with no cheek hair ever.
What, like this?
Yeah.
like a beard,
I
bro.
can't grow it.
I didn't say you can't grow it. I said I've never seen you with it. I don't
see
know.
me if I can't grow it.
You can't grow it.
That's what you
Oh.
just said.
That's what I just said.
Damn, I thought. Oh, I didn't know
You think I
that.
choose to cut it all the time or something?
Well, I didn't know what you be doing.
Can't even grow sideburns.
Yeah, you're struggling. Still.
that's sad.
But yeah, shout out the beard gang. I'm not just there, but I've got.
I don't think I'm missing anything though.
No, I've got a
Not
noticeable
really.
beard, which is cool, but who gives a shit, bro? There's more
Yeah,
important
man.
stuff than a beard, innit? Saying that though, let's kick off the episode like this. What is a simp?
It's Simp.
Yeah, what's a simp?
I don't even know what that is, so
You never heard of that in your life?
never heard of it.
Right, cool.
I'm showing my age.
Jules, what's a simp?
That's the thing. Now you put that on the spot and giving the definition. I can't give it. But
Alright,
if I see
something
it,
close to what is it?
but so
You
say
have to see it.
no. So if I see it, I'll be like, yeah, you're simping. If that makes sense.
What's
It's one of them.
So
Give
it's
me-
like action.
Yeah. So
yeah,
say.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Give me like just your interpretation.
So say for
Someone
example,
called
your
you
brethren's say your brethren's moving to a gal, yeah,
Yeah.
and they're doing the most. Let's say I don't know for a guy that doesn't want them, or
Yeah.
they're doing the most, innit? You might say, "Raw, you're simping."
Like taking a route and
Yeah, but the guy's not interested in that. You can say you're simping. Yeah, you're simping. Not that. That's in that context. Though,
so in
but
a
it's similar to
Jamaican
that,
definition, like a gal clown.
A gal
basically.
So this is what Urban Dictionary says is a simp, innit? You lot tell me if this fits with a gal clown and if this fits with what you would say. Yeah, a simp is someone who does way too much for a person they like.
Way too much.
Yeah,
Way
but in
too
what
much.
context though?
So what I've said,
Like,
basically-
you could be in love with your girl and you're obviously trying to show your appreciation. Do you know what I mean? But is it being reciprocated? Like, are you getting it back?
So typically,
If it's just one way, then
typically it is like a 90% one way, 10% the other way.
So what I've said basically.
So, for example, and this is the fantastic example, shout out Come Down With Me. Man's watching couples Come Down With Me, yeah? So there's a couple on there that, like, all these people, they're from Wales, and there's a couple from there, it's a black lady, she's from, like, Zambia, and a white guy from Wales. Cool.
they're a couple.
Yeah, they're a couple. Cool. So they're doing their thing, and obviously it comes to their episode where they got to cook. So, you know, obviously they go in their rooms, they'll check like what memorabilia they have, blah, blah, blah. Cut long story short, my guy goes, yeah, look, I've got a couple tattoos and that. So one of his tattoos, I think, was on the map where Zambia is. So he's got, Zimbabwe, sorry, not Zambia, Zimbabwe.
Oh, Zimbabwe.
He's got a tattoo of like Zimbabwe on him.
Okay. Yeah.
So then he also had the
Where's
date.
he? Is he not from Zimbabwe?
No,
He's the Welsh guy.
He's
He's the Welsh guy.
Oh, okay.
He's got a tattoo of Zimbabwe on him. Yeah, cool. Not much.
Maybe he went there and like it, so
Not much cause for concern just with that. I'm not really gonna kill him.
I ain't doing that, bro.
Yeah, cool. But I'm not gonna kill him over that. Wait.
It's not that mad.
That's
if
not
you
where
think
it
about
ends,
to
though.
be honest, but-
Second thing, he's also got a tattoo of the day that they met. So let's say it was the 1st of January 2020. That's the date that he's got tattooed on his arm, as well as the map of Zimbabwe.
my woman would think that's sweet though.
All right, cool. But that's not where it finishes. His next thing that he wants to get tattooed, he hasn't got it yet. He's telling the people, the camera, yeah, he goes, "Rah, yeah, soon what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a tattoo of her face, a big
Of his
tattoo of
wife's
her
face?
face on my chest, over my heart, right here,
Of my heart.
over his heart, of her,
Of her.
yeah."
Well, to be
What does
honest,
she have?
No, she doesn't have no tattoos on her.
I don't know, man.
She's just there baking off, doing her thing.
He's doing too much, man.
No, but it's like
You don't think that's simping?
That is simping.
To get your
And
body tattooed of the date.
I seen
that
a video
you
on
met,
TikTok, yeah.
the map of where you're from, the country where you're from, and get a whole tattoo of a man's face on your chest.
Yeah, that's a bit mad.
That's not mad to you.
how long they been together?
I want to say 4 years, 5 years, maybe.
They've been together for 5 years.
Yeah.
That's a bit mad, fam.
That's moving a bit.
What? It's too much.
It's a bit mad still.
5
For me,
years.
like I said, for me the criteria for that The only way I'd get like
That's
my
one
missus-
way, by the way.
I'd
That's
get my
just-
missus on me,
Yeah.
like as like her name, or is when I get my kids' names. So that's the only way I'm gonna get
Yeah, I understand.
on me. So you probably have your kids' names on you, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I think that's for fair trade, if that makes sense.
but not like
Not her face though. Like, why do I need that? Like, that's just.
what, not over your heart.
So imagine man's in the change. Imagine man's in the change room. Man's backed off my top. They're like, "What? Is that your missus?"
Yeah,
It's like, bro, it's man,
Everyone though, isn't it?
bro. That's just madness, bro. Let's be real. Even the map, like, you're just overdoing it, man. Like, there's no
Maybe
need.
you went there and liked the place.
So
No,
Maybe could have
For me,
fell with the culture or.
you see,
bro. I was Italy and I liked
so
it.
you see,
Am
out
I
of
gonna
those
get
three
Italy
examples,
flagged?
yeah, the date thing I think is just so dumb. I don't know why you got a date tattooed on you of when you met. I think that's sneaky. To me, that's just my opinion. I don't think that's necessary. The map thing, like because it's like a picture of where Zimbabwe would be on the map. I'm not too mad at that. Too tough, because I feel like you can kind of get away with it. It's not really like.
I think it's just.
Yeah,
a
it's
bit-
not really like. Do you know what I mean? It's just
I think it's a bit moist though.
what to get the map.
Yeah, man.
think the map-
And I think the
I
way,
think the
but
map
you know,
you can slide with.
but you know as well, the way you've explained it and the way you was like, I'm gonna get it right
No,
here.
you see
yeah, I
that
think
part,
that's
yeah.
moist, bro.
No, when you said that, that's when I was like, okay, now you're going too far. Like, man, like you don't understand. If I could show you the visual of when man was like, he was stargazing, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna get a picture of her face, a big picture of her face tattooed all over my chest, like right over my heart.
But why, like,
I was just like,
nah, man.
You might want to calm
So,
down.
Rick, would you
Maybe
do
it's
it?
his way of expressing
So would you do that?
his love for his wife.
Are you doing that though?
Would I do it?
Yeah.
You answered the question. I'm waiting for you to answer the question,
Yes or
bro.
no, innit? I ain't doing it.
I'm not doing it either.
I'm damn sure not doing it. George knows as well. You might.
It's 3-0, isn't it?
That's a 3-0. Say that.
Game
Alright,
over.
cool.
Why?
So with this simp thing, because I do want to stick onto it, and there's a reason why I brought it up. We'll get to the real crux of all that stuff later, yeah. So an example of being a simp will be like every day you're buying your girl like some shit. Like to the point where it's like you're just overdoing it now. Like, cool. The first day you might say, Rod, you know, I went out, I saw you, like I wanted to get some perfume for you, cool. Couple of days later, you come back, you say, Rod, you know what? It's cold. I got your jacket. Cool. But then next day, you're like, Rod, I'm giving you flowers. Then I'm taking you out to eat. But every other day, you're doing shit. And not just that alone, your gal is not doing nothing on the other side for you. She's just receiving all of these things. To me, that is a simp.
That is a simp.
You're doing bare
And
things.
I feel like when you do
and
stuff
it's
like
not
that, yeah,
reciprocated.
it's not. It doesn't become. It's not special anymore.
Of course, because you
it's
set a precedent that this is just what you do on a weekly
Exactly.
basis.
So that is simping, definitely.
Maybe different people have different ways of showing their affection or their love or.
That is true as well. But
Do you think that a man that's doing that will meet a good end to that whole story? Because from my experience and from my observation, yeah, any don that does them things over the top as well, like every Friday, every Thursday, you're sending your gal flowers to work.
Yeah,
and
after a
that.
while it gets a bit boring. innit?
Exactly.
After a while it gets a bit boring, but maybe that's what she likes though. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what
that
she
could be a
likes.
love language, though.
Every day, every week, bro. We're not talking about once a month, once every couple of months. We're talking every 48 hours. Oh, look, babe, I got you this. Oh, look, babe,
Nah,
I
for
got
me,
you
that's
that.
not the same thing. Like, I feel like
That's too much, man.
If you do it too much, it's just not special, man. And it's like you're taking the specialness out of it. The fact, like you said, it's just what the person becomes accustomed to, and it's like
So how often would you guys do it then? If that's
I think once a month, once every 2 weeks is alright. I feel like that's fine. Or once, well, obviously you live within your means, innit? So as much as you can
But this is
afford,
that,
kind of thing.
For me, that ties into this topic because whether it's a guy that's got money and he's spending all of it, I still think it's sneaky. And if you don't have money and you're still doing it, that's even worse because you're financially crippling yourself in the future for a gal that next week could just say, "Right, I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit long still, not really on it."
Yeah, like
do you like go out on a random one and buy your girls things? Like, I think she would look nice in that, or let me get that.
I don't, but the other day, like my gal wanted her nails done and that. I just said, right, take my card, like, patting yourself or stuff like that. So
I think I do. I think.
I'll do that.
You think you do?
Yeah, I do. But not on a. Not. But not.
You don't sound so
no,
sure.
I do. No, I do.
Sound so sure.
No, I do. But just not on a mad scale, innit?
What was the last thing you bought?
Probably a hoodie or something like that.
A hoodie.
Yeah. So it's simple.
To be fair, you're of a young age anyway.
No, but that's the thing. But it's the thing. I feel like it's you can tell by the person, innit? It doesn't have to be expensive for it to
of course not, no.
work, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? So
I think.
Did you wrap it up?
no, I don't rap them.
Just get rid of the bag.
I don't rap them.
Or you say close your eyes, but you've got something.
No, I just say,
put it-
I just say,
change
no,
it
I bought you something. And after that, let's give it to her. That's it. I don't rap
What you
them.
say?
She was like, oh, thanks.
Ta-da.
Yeah. I'm like, this look.
No, yeah. Look, I wanted to get you lot's thoughts on it because there's so basically recently I was watching a lot of these videos in the manosphere, which is basically like this space where mandem are talking about how other mandem are becoming
Manosphere?
obviously
Who's that?
like demasculated.
Were they on TikTok?
I think they're becoming a lot softer.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah,
just
a
a
lot
general
softer,
thing. So
but it's- yeah,
this,
man.
this simp thing
It's sad though.
is a part of it in terms of like as a guy or as a man or whatever. I think there's nothing wrong with having a certain level of respect of yourself and being able to say no and being able to say, Raj, you know what? While you might want me to do certain things,
Do you know what it is? Yeah,
that's gonna mess up our future.
I think sometimes women
Situation.
find it hard when you say no.
No.
Like, like for real though.
Hey.
For real, like.
No, I agree though. It's the truth.
I'm laughing, yeah, because obviously they find out, bro. You can't really say no. Like you can say no for now, but it's very difficult to just say
Yeah,
no.
no, I'm saying
like,
if you're within your reason to say no, like
you can't
it's
say
problems.
You can't say no with no aggro. See what I did there? You can't say like you actually no, but genuinely like, and I'm saying this because if you flipped it to me and said, "Right, Cam, so what? You can't say no to Georgia now." Of course, I can say no to her, but I'm almost saying no, knowing that possibly somewhere down the line it might cause a little friction. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
but then you end up feeling guilty for saying no when
Which is why you don't say no and you just say, "Alright, cool," and you end up doing certain shit anyway.
That's the thing. To avoid all the hig hagger.
Yeah.
But
Just
this
say
is
no.
where it gets political. Why does it have to be like that though? Why can I not say, look, nah, man, and you just like hold your corner?
Sometimes
Like,
you
why
just
do
have
you,
to say
it's
yes
like,
to
it's
the
like
people,
almost like a
man.
guilt trip.
Well,
Do you know what I mean?
look, let's be real, bro. Yeah,
It's like you're loving me kind of like
based
on a condition, like, or
Well, all right, so let's do this then. Do you feel like? See, I got you. Like, this is great. Let's do this, yeah. Do you feel like a woman? This is just a hypothetical situation, not personal to any of us, yeah. But do you feel like a woman can love another man, like without any conditions? Like they'll just love him because they just love him and that's it. Like no matter
another
what.
man, apart from yourself.
A woman will love a man regardless of whatever, that they love that man and they just whatever happens they're just gonna ride it to the end. Do you feel like they will do that, or do you feel like
Can a woman love a man?
Unconditionally.
unconditionally? So whether you lost your job, she's not gonna wig out. She's gonna be like, "Don't worry, babe, I'll hold you down." Whether you,
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
I think it's so
it's
rare,
far
man.
in between like
Yeah, it's proper
okay,
rare,
so let's
man.
do
Like,
this. Let's do this. Out of percentage wise, out of 10, what are you saying?
Out of 10%. Out
No,
of,
just
out of 10.
and then yeah, it was just obviously
Maybe like 1, bro. Or
yeah,
even
1
less
out
than
of
that.
10 women.
Yeah, bro.
Unconditional.
Less than that. Less than that, probably.
0.5.
I think less than that.
probably
like-
less than that. I'll say.
Like, it's rare, man.
Say
Like,
0.005.
fam. Yeah. I'm saying half of 1.
From my
man.
personal experience,
Yeah,
from my personal experience, it's rare.
yeah.
It's rare.
I think the only woman that loves you unconditionally is your mum, and that's it. And even she potentially,
Yeah, even then. But I think that there are women out there that like that says exactly
What it says
what
on
it
the
says on
tin.
the
Like,
tin.
yeah.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah, of course.
Like again,
of
it's
course.
those women are like they're so hard to come by, man.
They're a rare breed still.
So
They're
hard.
definitely
to
a
come
rare
by.
breed.
Yeah.
But I ask you this because, like, even previously when we spoke about when Gal are talking about what you bring to the table, I'm not dating a man that don't have a license, don't have a house, or don't make a certain.
Why does that
amount of
matter,
money.
though?
Nonsense.
No,
man.
but obviously there is. All right, Malachi, he's turning 18 in March, yeah.
Yeah.
Like even you in his position, if I was 10 years younger, and I'm looking at the market, I'm thinking, raw. So what I'm seeing is that to be someone that gal are gonna care about, I've got to have some sort of designer, or I've got to have a mad social media following, or I've got to be trapping, or I've got to be doing something which is kind of risky for my actual future prospects. That's what I see. Like,
You know how mad social media is?
Go on.
Imagine, when was it? The other day. I went airport to drop one of my work colleague. So he's checking in his luggage and there, innit? Then the lady behind the checking in clerk, I don't know what you call them, man. She says, looked at me, we're talking and we were having a conversation. And she goes, I like you, do you have Snapchat?
Was it you?
Yeah, so I looked at her. No. Why?
Why are you getting offended with a man?
No, bro, I ain't got Snapchat anymore. I'm saying, like,
no,
no, but I'm saying,
are you crazy?
I'm saying,
I was gonna ask you about Snap.
Man said, look, Snapchat.
like, we're talking. If you like me, you can say, can I? You say, okay, to have your number. Do you know what I mean? But I'm saying, you've gone past that, and the first thing you're asking for is Snapchat.
Yeah, because do you want to explain?
I don't understand it. Like,
Explain, George.
I think just like Snap is less direct, isn't it? And it's just a bit easier.
Even
direct with what though?
Even though you can actually call someone on Snap.
Yeah.
You can message someone on Snap.
So you may just ask for the number
what I'm
anyway.
saying, so what is it?
In fact, your Snap is usually connected to the number.
Snapchat, you post stuff up of what you're doing or whatever it is. Do you like just look and say, yeah, like he looks like he, I don't know, goes to the gym, or like he looks like he's got a bit of money, or is that what you, before you make a choice to say, nah, I'm going to actually go on a date with him? Is that what they do nowadays?
I think so.
Do they look at your Snapchat to get a concept of your life that you're living before they?
To be fair, I'm not on Snap. I'm more on Insta, but it's the same concept where it's like you see what a man's like. Someone throws up something, and you're trying to make an
assumption.
an assumption, or like get an insight to what they're on, like you said. So, like you said, if you throw up a little training in the gym today, man watches that and go, oh, okay.
Yeah,
right,
bro, that's
even know
that's
gym,
fake.
man.
I can slap up some
Throwback.
I never got Scooby-Doo, bruv. You think I'm living the most?
Yeah, that is true though. But I think it's just a younger thing, innit? Because I think even like below my age, that they would ask for a Snapchat first.
Yeah.
Like, even when my brethren go out and that, or man that are older than me, they're not gonna ask for a Snapchat because it's a bit young. Even though we all use it, it's just a bit young to ask for it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because
So
She looked at me funny though.
That why are you on
And I said I
Snap?
didn't have Snapchat.
Yeah, I mean, would I look at something funny if they don't have Snap?
nah, I wouldn't still.
Really? What I would say is this: if you,
But no social media in
I was
general,
gonna
I
say,
would though.
wait, if you have
Definitely.
no,
I
if
would,
you,
definitely.
if you have no social media, but Facebook,
That's crafty about
then I'm
you
looking
still.
at you a bit like, why are you on
if you
Facebook
have-
with my mum and that?
That guy's strange, man.
That's
Ooh,
how I
that
feel.
guy,
I
man.
know people with no social media.
It's not,
Like-
no, but there's nothing wrong to have no social media. But what I'm saying is, like, in our age group, and
Yeah, man. Like it's just a bit.
most people have
unheard of.
either a Twitter.
Let's say
or-
7 out of 10
don't
people
even have
have
to.
social.
No,
bro.
no.
don't
Like,
understand
So
it.
like, you either have a Twitter or an Insta or a Snap. I don't know. What else?
Facebook.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
MySpace, Bebo.
I said MySpace and Bebo. They're dead.
said-
Rick, it's almost
Bro,
2023,
dead.
man.
Bro, they're dead.
Rick, it's almost
They are
2023,
dead.
bro. What are you doing? Anywho.
Bro, they are dead.
No, but yeah, it's kind of mad.
No, they were popping for
Like,
you,
in a few
man.
years' time, I get you. Snapchat will be within the same bracket as Bebo with MySpace. And
They
No,
said
it's
that-
just, I think
they
it's
said
past that.
about Twitter and
It's
that,
past
so-
that. As in, it's
still
how
there.
big it is and that, yeah.
Yeah.
well, you don't think you ever fade?
Huh?
You
No.
don't think bruv, look at
No.
Nokia. Nokia was the phone back in the days.
Yeah, no. Obviously, there's a
Look
time
at
for everything.
BlackBerry.
Yeah, there's a time
Obviously,
for everything.
well,
and even
fair enough, but-
Twitter is kind of in the last few months. It's been looking a bit
shaky,
like,
isn't it?
ooh, don't know if it's still going to be about.
So what do you say? You think TikTok is going to have its time as well? Where
Oh, sorry, that's the other
Do you
thing.
have TikTok?
TikTok. So I have a TikTok. I do not use it. I have one. I don't use
TikTok's
it. at
funny
all.
as hell, bro. Too funny,
But
man.
yeah, it's interesting as you said, because there's nothing wrong with not having a social media account and different platforms and stuff. But as I said, it indicates kind of how much you're plugged in.
Most of it's in people just being inquisitive and
Well,
intrusive
this
and-
is the funny part, because
You know what I mean?
what I've found is, generally speaking, 10% of my actual following actually interact or even chat to man.
Yeah.
Like, so I've got over 300 followers, but roughly it's about 30 people that actually watch, reply, suggest, and all these things.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine if you've got 30,000, it's probably 3,000 or maybe even a couple thousand, like less than that.
Do you know what I saw? I saw someone the other day. They had something like 70,000 followers, isn't it?
What, Instagram?
But then I went through their Instagram stuff, innit? And they had like 2 likes. Bro, you buy friends or something, or I don't know if you can buy friends or like buy followers or
Stop buying followers.
It doesn't make no
2022.
sense.
Well, there's a half chance that person's account may have been hacked.
Nah, man, it's
What,
fake.
to get people to follow
They bought
them?
followers. They bought followers.
No, because
man.
you know, like sometimes you'll see someone's got like they're following 7,000 people, or they've got 7,000 followers and they're following like 2,000 people. Usually, that's an indication that's some sort of hacked account.
You reckon?
Especially if you go through their pictures and you can't see no more likes than like 5 likes. Or some
Yeah,
shit.
I'm thinking,
It's usually
that's
like a
weird.
fake account still.
Oh,
Yeah, like hacking account still.
I just thought people be buying followers and that.
Huh?
People just be buying followers.
No, people
and
do
that.
buy followers.
and
They
buy likes and
and
that.
YouTube
Expensive?
views as well.
Probably not, but it's not
I
worth
don't
it,
know, 'cause
man.
I've never tried to buy any.
But what's the point though?
But
Like,
I also feel like if you buy likes and comments on social media,
you're
on YouTube,
moist. You're wet, bro.
you might want to reevaluate your life, because cool, fake it till you make it.
This is the
But look at it though.
Man's
Like,
going underneath your account and man's saying purchase your views on Authentic Views today.
like,
and
don't you think you can see
this
that?
is
It just looks
the
so
era we're
leaky.
living in, where like it's become such a flipping
currency?
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing though. You can get likes without buying them though. You don't have to buy likes from
No,
bare
but-
people in Russia and
But
that.
to get likes, I think you have to be doing the most. Like if you used to post an average picture, bruv, no one's gonna like it. But I guarantee you post like a picture of like you in a Lamborghini, or like most girls now, they're half naked. I'm thinking, what are you doing? But I swear, have you seen their pictures though?
I know what you mean.
They're like
still.
drinking water. But
Alright,
like,
cool. Let's do this.
Put your clothes on.
Let's do this, because as I said, the topic is to do with better stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've seen this thing, a question that was posed on a pod, and they said, "Raw, you want your gal to delete social media for you, and if she don't do it, what would you do?"
if you ask her to delete,
Yeah. So, say for example, you get with a girl, and even like you said, she's like an influencer of some sort, and she says, "Raw," like she takes these types of sexy like pictures and stuff. If you said to her, "Raw, I'm not gonna lie, we're together, so this whole I'm a badders and that, it's
Gotta stop.
delete the account and
nah, you can't do that.
have a personal one. You can
Nah,
have
but
a
that's a bit
personal
mad.
one, but you can't be doing up that." And I'm saying in the context that this girl is either, you got two lanes, yeah. Either she's a influencer, or she's just a regular girl, but she likes to take sexy pictures. But now you're with her. If she says no, what would be your response?
To be honest, yeah. First, obviously, well, we're already in the situation, but you already knew the cards that were being dealt. Do you get it? So
Say Kanye and Kim.
you can't change it, bro. Like if that's her angle and you know that's her angle and you get with her, bro, you can't tell her to change what's her angle. Bro,
What if
you
she
get it?
says? What if she says, "Oh, I would delete it, but the money that I'm making." So, say for example, she's making like, let's say, $5 a bag a post. Yeah, saying, "Right, you've got to give me that bread now that I was making a month, but I will delete it if you give me that bread."
What you take me for? Not West.
Nah, that can't run. You can't.
You're not doing that.
No, you can't do that, man.
So what would you do then?
Well, you have to go up and
you
leave,
don't
bro.
put up with it, but then again, if you put up with it,
You're not
like,
gonna
you
be
need to
happy.
have some big, broad shoulders, because
You definitely.
you're going to be seeing things being written.
You have to take the Ric Flair chops to the
enough.
chest, bro. Like, bro, like that's the
Turn
that's the
you
thing,
the wrong
man.
way,
You know the
and-
cards you're dealt with.
You know what I mean? You got to know yourself as a person. Like, what can you
Take.
take? Do you know what I mean?
Like, in terms of when you're dating someone and what
Yeah.
they're about and your personality. And
Yeah.
Of course. Like, if you're with a girl that you thinking like, yo, she's stunning. Do you know what I mean? And you know, whenever you go out, like, men will be looking at her.
That is
Like,
what
you
comes
can't
with
be getting upset at her.
No.
Or you can't get upset with other men that's looking at her. Do you know what I mean? It comes with the territory.
Of course,
So-
if your gal is leng, you have to understand that
This
she's
was- this life
just
you
gonna
chose, bro.
attract more people to look at her, which is fine. I think it's more important to figure out, is that a girl that is she understands her levels of her power, if that makes sense. Because they say with great power comes great responsibility. So yeah, I think me personally, just for like hypothetical, I'm not really into like telling someone to do things, and that's not really my game still.
They're gonna do it, bro.
I personally find or think that me prohibiting someone from doing something just makes them say, yeah, I'm just gonna have to do it now.
Yeah, just harder than doing a sneaky one. So and then
that's
you find out and makes it 10 times worse.
Yeah,
exactly. So yeah,
But even stuff like that though, man, like I don't really like the way a lot of men like even do that, like make their girl delete socials or unfollow bare people. It's just a bit.
Why do you think
it's a bit moist, man? Just
like,
controlling, innit?
They
ain't sure of themselves, man.
I was gonna say, do you think it's insecurity, or do you think that some of them are genuinely like, raw, like I don't think this is respectful and that?
Well, obviously that's the lower case, innit? Like as in they feel like, yeah, but majority of them, just proper insecure. Even me.
What's the signs of an insecure guy? To you,
over controlling, bruv. So you wanna know where your girl is, you wanna know what she's doing. Every minute of the day, basically, like you wanna know what she's doing, fam, which is a bit mad, fam. Like
having trackers,
you almost
find my iPhone.
You're almost parenting. That's what I'm saying.
Bruv, that's what people are on.
But that's what people do, though. But yeah, but that's the thing. But my thing is just like for me, over like that is just being overprotective, man. Well, there's overprotective, but there's extreme, man. Being extreme.
You're saying put a tracker on your own gal's car and that.
Bruv, man, not doing that. Like,
you know, I'm just throwing out bare ideas for stalkers right now. Like,
no, but people are live or doing mad stuff, man.
Yeah, I think what I want to get across anyway is for any guy out there that thinks that that's gonna help you to keep tabs on your gal or whatever. Like we said, all that does
make
is
her
make them
sneakier,
go,
bro.
yeah, cool. When you think I'm at work and I'm going to work drinks and you've
and do you know the worst? Do you know the worst thing about it?
I'm gonna beat my man at the Christmas party in the toilet. Just so you know.
Do you know the worst thing about it is, yeah, like where women have the upper hand, because if a woman is doing something with a guy, but the guy's not gonna catch. He's gonna stay in his. If the woman said meet him at 9. Like, this is the position. He's playing his position solid.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's not going to step out of line, so you will never find out.
Oh, yeah. Because
like,
if it was the flip side,
if it was
you know that there might be she might just fly off the handles and
she's sending, calling up the next woman trying to find her on all these social medias.
You said 9, yeah? Say 9. 8:59. I'm in the park. Don't watch that.
That's what.
Saying go around the left.
See you later. Goes home and.
Yeah,
that's it. That's where
man are cunning.
It's
a
scary sight. It's a scary sight. But then with that being said,
listen, how'd you get 2023, man?
You say how'd you get 2023?
Ricks is out. Ricks is out. How'd you get 2023?
In the field, I'm a prominent scorer. What do you call it? What was I saying?
Retirement.
So, do you think, that women respect men, like in general?
Yeah, they do. I think they do, but I also think that I've seen it online as well that I don't know, man. Socials filled my head in it, but they've adopted the culture of we don't need men. So the respect is they still do.
I think women are confused,
but they still do. But
speak on it.
But that's the thing, they still do. But I feel like they just adopted the culture of we still respect men, but we don't need them, kind of thing. It's just a bit like, but you do though.
Yeah, obviously.
Because how will children come?
Yeah, well,
like
their fun bar is there's so much advancement in technology.
And it's like, bro, come on, man.
It's like, brother, you can't even afford certain things, bruv. So shut
up.
Stop
chatting. You know what I'm saying?
Normal girl, bruv. You are not getting an IVF, and the IVF is also not going to ask you how the day after work and stuff.
Like, so you get it, like it's a lot of that, man.
I want you to talk on what you said. You said you think a lot of women, not all, but a lot of them are confused. What do you mean?
As in, they're confused in the sense that they say they want something, but deep down, I don't think they really want
what they get.
Yeah, like for example, like imagine if I got a girl, I go in, she's there, I don't know, cooking something, I go slap the ass, they get mad. I don't know why. All the time they get mad, like, what are you doing? Da, 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 da. I swear to God, an hour later, we're sitting down watching TV. Something sweet comes. I don't know. They watch what did they watch? Something Hollywood or whatever it is.
Hollywood.
his wife in Hollywood or I don't know.
Oh yeah, the
You know them
Real
programs
Wives of
that-
Atlanta
yeah.
and all of that.
Oh,
So the husband will come in now, slap the wife on the ass. I'm like, oh, I wish I had a man that does that. That's so sweet. I'm like,
Reality and in
what's
the
that?
dreams.
That hour ago.
yeah, but then it's like, yeah, but it's the way you done it, innit? Like,
Oh, fuck.
Fam.
how the fuck you want me to do it?
So, why are you shouting at me like, bro? Forget how I said it. What did I say, fam? What did
Basically.
I actually say? What's the words that I actually used when I'm talking to you?
More time they forget that anyway.
Bro,
They just remember the tone.
I do feel like a lot of gal. I know they can't help it though, so I'm not getting onto them. But I just feel like sometimes
No, we're not even like.
it's not
getting on
bashing
to-
women.
No, it's
it's
not bashing or
about
nothing.
that.
But I think sometimes they don't appreciate what they have. Like imagine, like even that whole scenario I just said. Yeah, if I was then to stop slapping her ass, like.
You don't even find me attractive.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You
I
don't
should be
even-
like, oh, like you don't slap me. But when I did, like you was flipping, getting all aggy about it, and now that I stop, like,
I think
do you know what I mean? So sometimes I think you have to know the person. Say, okay, cool. This is my way of showing you affection, or so. And I'm not saying all the time I slap your ass. Sometimes, yeah, I might do it a bit harder than it might hurt. Don't get me wrong. Do you know what I mean? Then I might give
Slap
you a little,
booty.
like, a little cuddle and kiss or something.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
babe. But like,
yeah. I think the reason why I'm asking this stuff and the reason why I'm like my head's like thinking about this stuff is because I'm trying to work out like when it comes to like communication with gal and that, yeah. Because as I said, even like with me and my girl, she said to me, "Rah, it's not what you said, it's how you said it and stuff." And I'm like, yo, but I'm not gonna lie. In that moment when tempers are going or whatever, I've still made a conscious effort to not be disrespectful to you. I'm just trying to say
What I need to see.
what I need to say, and it might not come out the right way. But forget the right way. What did I actually say?
And it could have came out worse as well.
Yeah, like what did I actually say? And I say that because I don't believe that most women understand what men want. What do you lot think? I feel like we know what they want, but I don't think they know what we want still. What do you think?
Do they want to know though? Do they want to know what
You
we
can't handle the truth.
I don't know if they want to know, like, because most women they're self-centered. You know what I mean? I think
A lot, not all, but a lot.
a lot of them are self-centered. Like the world revolves around them and cool. Like obviously they're women and we're men, but sometimes like like just take a back seat, man. Like not everything we say like we mean in a horrible way or it just come out like that. And sometimes then we catch ourselves and like, oh babe, like I didn't mean it this way and and
In you lot's experience, yeah, do you find that sometimes ladies think that it's like who's gonna win?
Yeah, all the time.
Like it's,
but
instead
but
of
I think that with a lot of couples, that
the time.
when couples argue,
yeah,
like each person is always they want to win
The
the
battle or
argument
whatever. Yeah.
instead of finding a solution.
fam.
Do you know? It's like I want to win the argument.
See,
So
what was you gonna say, George?
No, I think more time that's what it is.
Like
You
they're not- you're
it's
not-
more. It's more contest of raw.
Who's
You've
gonna
messed
win?
up, so raw man's kind of kept this point.
You
So
did
I'm gonna
this,
show you
you're
this
to
point.
blame.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
I swear to you, like,
And I'm man's guilty.
To be
Man's
fair,
done it
I've only
myself.
clocked this about myself or within my whole environment recently.
Fam,
Do you know what I'm thinking? Right,
I say
that's a
this.
bit
I
mad.
say this to you lot and the people because even me and George, when we've had arguments and stuff, I've always made a point, and sometimes she laughs because it's a bit like repetitive, and I'm like, but do you understand truly what I'm actually saying? Like, I know you said, "Rah," you said it a bit rude, or you came across a bit dismissive, or whatever. But do you actually understand what I'm saying? Because that is the only way that we actually move forward. I'm not even interested in you saying, "Oh, yeah, I can't lie, it was my fault. I'm sorry." Rah, rah. That's not even really.
Just
my
get what I
concern.
said.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Because on the flip side, when I do something wrong and George is like, "Rod, you're not getting what I'm saying," sometimes I have to cool down, come back.
That's what it
Then-
needs. Though. That's what it needs.
Yeah,
I mean,
then-
but I think
then she can
sometimes when
actually
you're
explain
in
it
that
to me.
situation, like
But I do understand.
if you don't apologize, then they're like, "Oh, well, you're not even sorry." But I'm saying, bro, if I apologize now, you're not gonna think
not real.
it's not gonna think it's genuine.
not
Do you know what I
real.
mean? So I'd rather like just leave it for a minute and then
Let things
pick it
compute.
up. Yeah, let it
Let me
compute. And like, then we
digest.
can go back to it. Then obviously
Yeah.
I can speak to you and we can find some sort of solution.
I'm talking about this because personally, I want people, man, woman, whatever, you're in a relationship. I want people to start thinking that, you're on the same team. You're working together. The idea and the goal is for both of you guys to level up. I don't have no ulterior motive to do something mad and cut in 5 years'
Do you think
time.
it's part and parcel of a relationship though?
What, these...
Like the whole trying to win the argument when you have an argument, like
no one's perfect, man.
Yeah.
like you're like secretly like think, yes, I've won this.
Yeah, no.
You're not gonna like
Message.
You know what? Alright, do you...
proper celebrate, knee sliding there.
I said Alan Shearer. I was going to raise my hand, but I got sweatpants.
Maybe like Harry Kane celebration.
So, alright, do you lot think, I'm trying to think how to pose this. Do you lot think, like, I don't know. Sometimes... Do you ever feel like an argument's being had and you're thinking, bro, what are we actually arguing about at this moment?
bare of the time. Or even family.
Are we arguing about tissue right now?
Or both of you are mad and you're just there like this.
We're really arguing about tissue right now.
No,
this is what this argument is. Yeah, but if you didn't tell me to go and get the other one, like, you should have known that it was gonna, like, bro, this is tissue that we're arguing about right now. Like, sometimes I think the things that we're focused on, that we're arguing about, are just so stupid.
Imagine this,
Everyone, I'm saying.
If I told you this story, you wouldn't believe me. One of my ex-girlfriend, imagine this. She was having a shower. I was like in the room. Because listen to music or whatever it is, isn't it? So she's come out of the shower. She could only find one of her slippers, isn't it? So then she's like, "Oh, where's my slippers?" Looked everywhere for the slippers, couldn't find the slippers, whatever. So I was playing some music, and she's like, "Oh, what music?" I think I said like something like Sizzler, for example. She's like, "Oh, Sizzler." So then I've gone into the shower now. Yeah, I've gone in the shower. I've come back out of the shower, and then she's got the both on her feet, innit? So I goes, where did you find the other foot? She looked at me and she goes, "What are you talking about?"
What? But she was just looking for
So I said, like, "You're bugging." She's like, "No, what are you talking about?" I was like, "You've got two of your thing now." We was looking, she's like, "No, we weren't." What? I said, I swear to God, 5 minutes ago, I was like, we was looking for it under the bed and you even asked me about the song. And she's like, "Yeah, I remember the song, but I don't remember looking for the slippers." But we're arguing the whole day. And she's like, "So are you telling me that I'm losing my head? I've got dementia or something?" I said, I'm not
my
brother. He went left the whole time for the whole day, proper arguing about. And I'm telling her, "Look,
other right foot."
Yes, it was ridiculous.
Man, I said for over slippers, you know.
Over slippers. She could remember. I'm like, I'm telling you remember the song? Yes, but she can't remember looking for the slippers.
Fam.
And I'm not saying you got dementia, but it's like, yeah, but that's what you tell me I got dementia because how can I not? I can remember. I was like,
Mum's guilty of that.
But the core of this argument,
Mum is guilty of that.
Let's not forget the core of this argument was the slippers.
bruh, something simple.
Slippers.
Oh, fam. No, I don't. Anyway, look, I love women, and I'm very appreciative of the things that they can bring to your life. As many
need them.
And that's
essential, man.
Right,
essential.
so this,
Big time.
you basically hit the nail on the head of what I actually was going to round up all of that to say. Women, as men, we need you, but as women, you need us too.
Yeah, man.
Delete this men. 2023. Let's drop out this men are trash bullshit, because you ain't saying your dad is trash, you ain't saying your uncle is trash, you ain't saying your cousins are trash, but you're telling every other man that's not related to you that he's trash. No, fam, we're not doing that no more. Drop it out, bruv. Do you get it? It's not fair.
Some men are trash.
Some men are trash, but not
as there's gonna
men
be though.
In general,
no one's perfect, bro. It's like women as well. You can say, women are
trash. You have a good man
trash.
that's trying and work with him, man.
Look, and back to what you were saying earlier about women needing men. Bro, who's fixing up your bed?
Fam.
Like, who's gonna carry?
To be fair,
don't,
there's DIY job.
Don't get twisted. Don't get twisted. Don't get twisted.
My head.
Don't get. I'm with you still. Don't get twisted.
No, but let's be real though, man.
I'm not trying to get into that. But I'm talking about who actually creates these things, bro.
That's I was gonna say that as well.
All the dirty jobs, the heavy lifting and that. Man, them are doing these things,
even
bro.
things like truck driving and that.
Y'all are not in the sewers.
Like, men should do men things in the house.
What's men things?
Like, I don't know, if the car tire needs changing, change it. If something needs, you do it. Like women cook, clean.
Do you know what I find though?
Or do you think?
I think, as most people would say, because we're in a modern age, you work it to how your relationship is tailored, isn't it? However, what I found is there's a lot of people that are not willing to put in extra effort to do more. So, for example, you're a gal, you can't cook. That's cool, but are you trying to develop your skill as cooking? I'm a guy, I'm not the greatest at DIY, but what else can you do? As you said, will you be alright to talk to the mechanic, make sure you don't get bumped and stuff?
Exactly.
You know, get
Have a
your
chest,
deals,
man. Have a chest.
negotiate. These things are important. Do you get what I'm saying? But in my brain, from what I see, a lot of people like there's girl out there, and I was talking about this the other week, and it annoys me. There's really girls out there that they believe because they look leng, that's all they need to do.
What do you think about men that sit in the passenger seat while the girl drives?
As in, wait, as in, like, they don't want a license, they don't care to get one, or they're cool with their girl driving them around. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I think because we're gonna finish the episode talking about advice to the younger lot, yeah, like younger youths, 18-year-olds and that. I think as a guy, I would encourage any guy, even though it's expensive, try and get your license, innit? I wouldn't say you have to get a car, especially if you live in London, because as we said, you don't really need a car. But getting a license is very important because it just allows you the freedom
to do a lot of things.
More options.
If you don't, then it's gonna be, yo, babe, what time do you finish work? Because I was gonna go up to, up Sutton. And now you're just relying on
for your own independent, man.
But that's what I'm saying.
For your own independent.
If you don't pattern these things, now you're looking like
I don't think it's essential like that, though, man. Obviously, it helps, but so what would you say to someone that lives outside of London? They're on a good wage, but they don't have a license. They take train everywhere.
Do you know what? Do you know what's another reason?
If you live outside of London, public transport shuts off after like 7 o'clock. Like,
yeah, but that's some people's reality. Do you know
they
make good money, but they live far. And again,
I think it's essential to have a license out there.
As a guy, yeah. Again, another reason why you want to get your license, jobs. It's a whole nother market that. At least worst comes to worst, pandemic or not, cool, let me just jump in and do a little delivery job. Do you know what I mean? Like, or trucking or whatever you want to do. Like
even renting cars and things like that.
Yeah, renting cars, hire out cars, whatever it is. Removals, you might, like, whatever it is, chauffeuring, whatever it is, having an Uber, having a license just opens up another market of jobs that you can do. So I think, as a young man, I think that's something that... young person anyway, I'd say. I don't even say young, just young. Because I'll be honest, I didn't care about cars when I was growing up. Like I did. I had no care for cars.
I think I did as well.
I didn't give a shit about.
Therefore, early years, I feel like
amount of money.
That you spent. How much bread would you say you spent on cars?
What, as in maintenance and all of that?
Yeah.
Or Rick, or both, all of us.
All of you lot.
To be fair, to be fair, to put it this way, yeah, I've probably lost maybe 40 grand.
No, but you've had a lot of, like, not a lot, but you had your cars for a while.
Decent cars, but like
for a while.
Obviously the value, the depreciation and all that. Like,
but the thing is with your cars as well.
Like now, I ain't even had a car for about a year now, and I don't even like.
You don't miss it, innit?
Nah, man. No, it's a waste of money, especially as a young person. If you're like starting out in life and trying to get in the property ladder, and like forget the whole car thing, man.
Yeah,
forget it. I promise
get the license.
You'd be wasting money, man. You'd be wasting your money.
The
amount of money I've wasted on cars, and when I look back at it, man, it makes me cry sometimes, bro. I swear to God,
I get it though.
Obviously, I'm properly in Jamaica, innit? Yeah. And literally, the money I've lost, I could have bought like a couple properties in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That. And those property every year
would have
the value keeps going up. Do you know what I mean? So obviously, like black men, we're not from here. Some of us anyway. Do you know what I mean? Our roots is obviously Africa or Caribbean and stuff. Do you know what I mean? So even if you buy a piece of land in Ghana, Nigeria, and leave it, the value will go up. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So you can look to stuff like that then. Because obviously they don't want to say.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true still.
That's a topic for another day.
That's definitely a topic for another day.
Rick's had expensive cars though.
Yeah, and
that's
the thing is,
one
obviously,
to
I've
note.
put stuff in
you've
them
had
like
expensive
DVD
cars.
players
remember you
and
came
sound
with-
Man said
system.
TVs in the
and
back.
TVs in the back. And
Yeah, still in that.
Do you know what I mean?
In the cartridge.
You move like exhibit, bro.
even not pick my ride, but even the Clio, even the Clio,
Spinning rims and that.
kitted it out.
Spinning rims, black
And one day I
top,
came back from football.
tinted windows.
Bruv, someone broke into it and took
Plates.
everything.
Bro,
Took everything.
What
so-
a time, fam.
It's, you know what's crazy? We're in a time where you can't really have nice things if you ain't got the bread to protect those nice things. Does that make sense?
Oh, you
Yeah.
can't afford to
Go,
lose it. do you
yeah,
know
that's
what
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying.
And
Like,
then replace it,
if you know that like you've got a car or a yard or whatever on a certain level, and you're not taking the right precautions to look after it, and maybe have a tracker, maybe have surveillance on whatever you got in that, or insurance or whatever.
Even have a good insurer.
yeah,
or
like bro. Man,
But a lot of people live like that. Do you know what I mean? I was watching a thing the other day with Meek Mills,
yeah,
and he was saying that obviously, I don't know, he has a Phantom, for example. He said he doesn't let none of his friends drive any of his expensive cars, that if they crash it,
then
they can't afford to
Yeah.
obviously pay for it to get fixed or to
man
replace
said,
it.
imagine you crash a
Do you know what I
Rolls
mean?
Royce.
'Cause, bruv, do you know, like, for a service alone,
Bruh.
$5
For
grand,
service is
$5
mad,
grand.
bro. Like,
$5 for a service. He was saying that his brakes alone is like $3 each.
That's
so obviously, he said
madness,
when they're
bro.
driving and he's like, bruv, ease up off the brakes. Like, you ain't got $3
You're
grand.
better off just giving
Do you know
it to
what I mean?
the chauffeur to just make them at least you know he's a driver. That's what he does. He has
Exactly.
no care for doing anything else.
But you can understand it though.
Yeah.
But then he said people go back to the hood and said, "Oh, Meek
Raw,
is
you
telling
didn't.
him, like,
But you ain't even allowed.
But you can understand where it's coming from.
All right. So
Do you know what I mean?
before we go in it, we're gonna round up here with a message to young men. Whether you're under 18, but predominantly like 18 to 13-year-old men, like some advice for them and that you lot might want to give them. Yeah. What I wanted to say was, let's go with that for now actually, because I think I lost my point. But
you want to go first?
what advice? No,
Yeah.
I'll let Rick go because he's the oldest. Then I'll go with them.
Me?
Yeah. You
Like
can
that?
go. Yeah.
The advice I'd give to young kids or young men.
Young men, not women.
Young men.
We'll get to that another day with hopefully some gal in it.
You know what I'd say? I'd say don't get caught up in the hype that you think is cool, man. Because I promise you, it will turn out like you'll waste years, bruv. And what you don't want to do is like, you want to have your fun. I think I told you guys this like a couple months ago when we were speaking. Like, what you don't want to do is waste your teens and your 20s having fun, and then having to make
Catch up.
all that up in your 30s and your 40s. Do you know what I mean? Because by the time you hit 40, bruv,
That's
it's
gonna hit you like a boss, bro.
impossible.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this, you don't want to like, life is already hard as it is, do you know what I mean? And you don't want to make it harder.
100%.
Like, so
When you haven't got the fitness, the energy levels all the time,
life
Yeah.
is,
but you've got to be out there running around like a headless
hard.
chicken.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm 35 and I'm telling you, if you're not mentally ready for life, bruv, you go by the wayside in the blink of an eye.
What they say, rule the
In
day,
the blink,
don't make the day
in the
rule
blink
you.
of an eye, man. And stay disciplined, man.
Word.
Stay focused on anything you're doing and don't let anyone tell you can't achieve anything. Even if it's like, I don't know, want to be a clown, bro, be the best clown you can. But I swear to God, bro, people will discourage you and say, you want to be a clown, but be the best clown you can be. And make sure you work at your craft or whatever it is that you choose to do in life, man. But yeah, stay disciplined, man, and you'll get there eventually.
That's essential, man.
Take that.
Essential.
I would say for the the young brothers out there trying to do their thing, black, white, Asian, whatever. I don't care about the race side of it. This is just for men out there. Focus on self-development, innit? Of course, getting bread is important, and obviously you're linking gal. That's great as well. But always understand, you can lose bread chasing gal. You will not lose bread chasing bread.
That shit there.
You make the bread. The gal are gonna be there. The gal, you're not gonna lose them. They're gonna be like, rah, he's on his shit though. He makes bread. They will come to you. So don't focus on that. If you're young, you're thinking, rah, there's not really gal that's
Much
around me
outfit
that
for
I'm
me,
into.
yeah.
But all of that. Focus on getting bread, because when you're at a certain level and you can start dictating conversations, saying, rah, do you know what? I'm looking for a girlfriend and that.
That's
But
probably the biggest distraction, women.
yeah, like I'm looking for a girlfriend and that. But if you're not gonna bring anything of value to my life and help me to continue on my self-development journey, and I can't help you to develop, and you're not open to doing that either. You think that you're perfect and that your shit don't stink, brother.
It's stinking, fam.
Drop it out. So yeah, I'll just say, as a young youth, focus on self-development, getting better skills, get your license, focus on being better financially and stuff, and everything else will fall into
place, man.
Into place.
Yeah.
What are you saying? As the youngest, what advice would you have?
Obviously, I'm not far off them, but I'm kind of far off them because I'm still a few years off them. But I'd say, obviously, most important, be yourself. Don't have to follow the crowd too much. If you follow the crowd and it fits you, then you can follow the crowd. But
nah, man, don't follow the crowd.
That's the thing. For some people, it works, isn't it? If it works for them, it works for them, innit? But that's another thing as well. Do what works for you. What works for someone else.
All the sack and end up spinning back around. It's like the whole.
Do you know what I'm saying? So just be yourself, man, and just don't grow up too quick as well. Enjoy your teen years, especially.
Word.
But don't waste your time.
Word. It's funny how when I remember, even on a smaller scale, when man didn't go to school, I'd be like, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of weird. I kind of wish that I could have went to school.
Exactly. Next day you come back, bad stuff's happened.
Time flies, and then all of a sudden. You was in school and you was thinking, this
I remember when I was young in Jamaica and I was thinking, I can't wait to reach 20.
Fam.
I'm 35 and I'm thinking of my retirement.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Man. Hopefully everyone enjoyed this episode. I did say it was going to be predominantly based on men. I feel like these conversations are important to have, to challenge our ways of thinking, discuss them, and try and think about leveling up. Approaching episode 50. Don't sleep. Yeah, man. Shout out my brothers for pulling up.
Cool, man. You know.
Shout out Soapbox every single time. You done know the gang already. And,
Soapbox.
Yeah, Soapbox Studios, man.
You loving it?
Like the thing on TV. You ever watch it? Soapbox. No. What's Soapbox?
What are you talking about? What the hell is this guy talking about?
What? And they build
Soapbox races.
Yeah, Soapbox race when they build stuff and they go down the ramp and
what's that?
They're dumb though, because they'll build it and then it breaks like the first corner they turn.
But it's a taking part in it's fucking, I love it, man.
This guy just likes anything with wheels, bro. But yeah, man.
We should go one day, man.
My thighs and them cars is not gonna work.
You can push and dance around like idiots.
That's like idiots. But yeah, man. Shout out the gang. Another episode in the bank. We'll be here next week, innit? Bullet. Cool.